Yep. So hello everyone, good morning and good evening. So let's start today's session. Um, okay, so I have loaded. Okay, so last class we have discussed about the Big Basket application. So today we are going to discuss another application. That's a new application for us. It's a events booking application. Okay, so let me talk about that. Okay, events booking application. Okay. Yeah, the main purpose of this application. So Big Basket main purpose is to perform the CRUD operation, right? So just same like that, events booking, the main purpose is form validation and authentication and authorization. Okay, so form validation, authentication, authorization. So for all these things, we are going to develop this application, and this is complete a full stack application. It's a complete MERN stack, MERN stack application. So full stack. Okay, so if you want to see this, I guess I have one PPT or else some PDF. Let me 1 second. Let's say E events booking app, events booking. Yep, I guess. Oh, only images, no PDF. Yeah, it is there here. Okay, so this is application which contains a header, and we have free events and pro events. So two things actually. So free events and pro events. Uh, so free events can be accessed without even login, and pro events can only be accessed once you have login. Along with that, one upload page will be there that can be accessed if you have admin access. So total three things, total three links. So one is for free access, globally you can access. Pro events, you have to have an access, you have to log in to access, and the upload will be there. That must be, you must have an admin to access. Only admin can access the upload page, just like authentication and authorization. So here we have two links, login and registration with the database and all. And yeah, this is a home page, very basic home page. In this next page, yeah, so free events looks like this. So number of free events and the free events cards images is going to display. And yeah, so as soon as you click on a pro events, it will open a login page, because you must have to log in to access the pro events. So this is login page. And we also perform a little bit about form validation as well. Okay, I think here form validation not discuss. Okay, it was not displayed, but we'll do form validation. And yeah, this is registration. And yeah, once you log in, you can see pro events and upload link also. And I have login my photo and my name. Okay, so here I will be using the Gravatar to get the profile picture based on the email ID. So same Gravatar third party module of Node.js. And yeah, that's it. Upload page is not displayed here, but it is there. Okay, so let's start doing this application now. So for events booking, you have to design a lot of things. So first of all, let's start with client side setup. We'll do it completely from scratch. Okay, client side setup. This will take around 3 days to complete this, because we are doing from scratch. Okay, so client side setup, we want uh, we have to design the components and all, right? Okay, so client side setup, we just take src folder. In that, let me write a folder structure, root folder. And also we have users folder, and one more, products, or just say events. Okay, like modules, root module, and users module, events module. In root, we have the layout specific. Okay, so let's say something called layout module, and also we have one util module. Okay, so in layout I have home page and navbar page. Okay, In util, I have alert component for alert messages like if login success or failure, I want to display some alerts. So alert specific, I want to create a separate component that is alert component. And for spinner also, I create a separate component for spinner. And same setup we also use for online shopping cart application. Okay, same kind of setup. And for users, I need two things. One is login and one is register component. Okay, and next one for events, we have three components. So free events, and one more is pro events, and then upload events. Okay, so these things. Okay, this is just the folder setup at the client side. And what are the modules we're going to use? So what modules we have to install client side is a lot of modules. One is I read shortcut. I mean the command to install md bootstrap. Okay, and the font awesome. I think font awesome is something add to font awesome, right? Yeah, font awesome, let's ignore. MD bootstrap required, and Axios for server calls, and React router DOM for routing, and Redux, and React Redux, and Redux logger, and Redux DevTools extension. Okay, so these are the modules we have to install extra along with the React application. Okay, fine. And now I think that's it for the client side. Yeah, routing and all, while doing the configuration, we will do it. Yeah, let's talk about server side configuration. For server side configuration, we have multiple routes actually, multiple routes like
Naveen, in
uh,
this app, if someone want to register for, if the event is displayed, if someone want
hmm,
to register for it, so we are doing that also, right?
register for it means
If,
booking.
yeah, booking.
Booking button will be there, but not complete booking and payments because payments and all online shopping application will come. This
Okay.
is just the main goal is
Mhm.
form validation, authentication, authorization. Will you able to see the page with the
Mhm.
login, without login and all? That's it.
Okay,
We
okay.
have a layout to book the button, but button will be there, but we to click on the button, nothing else will be there. If you want,
Mhm.
you can extend the functionality, but as of now, this is
Mhm.
not exactly for booking of event and all.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Same like Big Basket. Big Basket having got only card application, no login system. So this is purely on login system. Okay, by mixing Big Basket and this one, we'll develop online shopping application. So their card application will be there, login will be there, like that, like step by step.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So server side configuration. Let me talk about modules. Yeah, what modules required? Let's say npm install express.js for creation of server, mongoose for MongoDB operations, and I need cars for cross-browser activity, and I need one Express validator for server-side form validations, and Gravatar for getting the image URL for login, and I need one .env for creating of environment variables, and Gravatar env this one bcrypt.js for password encryption, and one more very important one because whole application behind this only JSON web token based authentication system. Okay, I guess that's it. Anything else we want? Okay, we'll see in future if something required, but as of now this. Okay, so let's talk about the REST API. So for REST API, what is required? There are two routes available. One is user router, and one more is event router. Okay, so user router deals with the login and registration and upload logics, and event router deals with the events like free events, pro events, upload events, and those setup. Two things. So let's talk about first user router. So user router. So first of all, the usage will be register a user. So registration of a user, we need a URL that will be just like http colon slash slash 127.0.0.1 colon 5000 slash API slash uh, users slash register. This is a path, and the params will be just name is required, email is required, password is required. Okay, for registration, and yeah, access. Access is a public route or private route. It's a public route. Anybody can register. Okay. Second one, same user router. Yeah, same user router. This is to log in a user, and you need only just email and password for login, and it's a public. Okay. Next, copy this. So one more for event router. So here, upload an event. Upload an event. So let's say API slash events slash upload. Okay, for uploading, you need to have multiple things. You need to provide the name of the event, image of the event, date of the event, when the event is going to happen, and type of the event. Type means is a pre-event or pro event. So free means no price. So pro means price will be there. So type and price, you have to provide the price as well. So free price 0. Okay. So name, image, date, type, price, and information. Yeah, that's fine. It is private. So everyone cannot upload an event. So it must be access privileges private. You must have an admin to do this step. Okay, one more. So fourth one, this is free events. Oh, sorry, event router only. Let's say get free events. To get all the free events, just say events slash free, and no fields to provide. Okay, this only get requests. So access, it's a public, anybody can access. Okay, and same story, one more, that is for five, get pro events. Okay, so just say event slash pro, no fields, it is a private route. You must have an access, you must have to log in to access this one. Okay, so this is the one. Anything else you want? I think that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, let's go to my application. I don't need server folder. I don't need the components. Notes, I delete all this. NGRX flow, I'll keep. NGRX flow Redux. This is not required. Yeah, in notes, I replace this guy. This is notes. And also I have a PDF. Let me grab the PDF as well for reference. Copy. I'll keep the PDF in the notes. Just like design, we understand by seeing this how to make a design and all. Okay, fine. Next, Redux. I don't need big basket. I don't need. Okay, I don't need anything. I'll create from scratch. App.js also nothing required. Let's go everything. Just remove it. We'll do from scratch. Not required. So this don't need anything. Just a fragment. Empty. It's completely empty and no use state required here. Okay, so pure empty. Fine. So no components folder, only with the first app created with the bootstrap setup is there. Okay, so I don't want to do bootstrap setup one more time from scratch. You know bootstrap setup, right? So bootstrap setup is there. Okay, that's fine. So inside here only, I create one more folder for server folder. Okay, so shall we start with the client or server? Your wish. Um, Let me start with okay. Let's start with server. Okay, we'll finalize the backend part and then come back to the client. Okay, so let's start on server. First, I have to install things. So let's right click, open terminal. So let's say npm init hyphen hyphen yes, enter. So this is gonna create a the default package.json, and then you can create one file that's called new JavaScript, just a server.js, and package.json. I'll slightly modify the main server.js main file, and start script will be nodemon space server.js. Actually, you can run both client and server with single command, but okay, fine, just leave it. Yeah, so I create a package.json. Now let's install the packages. Let me go to here. Let's simply grab this. Oh, that's a client, dude. It is server. Copy. So let's paste it, enter. Yeah, I'm using 2020 version. Just now I have done that. See, 2020 2089. So it is working. So you can try that. Okay, 89 is working. The recent link I shared in the Telegram, so you can use that. Okay, done. Arey yaar, not there. Here. Okay. So first create a server. No, it's a long story. Yeah, I'll just create one. I'll just create a folder setup and then I'll do it. Folders. What folders required? First one file .env file. Okay. Environment variables. And I need one folder for models for database model. One second. Something is missing. Database creation not there. Okay. Database setup. Database setup. Yeah, let's talk about database MongoDB. So database name is events booking React, or let's say like this, React events booking, React events booking. Next, tables. There are two tables. One is users table and one is events table. Just only two tables. Okay, and yeah, each table, just say users table contain what fields. Users table contains name of the person, email of the person, password of the person, the encrypted password, and is admin. Um, what else? Yeah, gravatar. Just say avatar, and anything else you want? Just say created date when this guy got created. Okay, and events table contains name of the events, image of the events, date of the events. We have no type price info, type price info, and also created when this got created. Underscore id will come automatically, right? No to talk about. Copy this, go to notes. Where is notes? Src notes dot txt. I'll paste it. Okay, fine. In future, I have to update here only, so better I close this guy. I'll just right click. Oh, show in Explorer. You can directly open that here. Yeah, you can write. If you write here, it updates here. Here. Okay. So we have env models. One more folder, router. one more folder for middlewares. Anything else you want? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's start the server now. Before that, I start with events environments. Yeah. So first of all, local host name, local host name 127.0.0.1:5000. Okay, and or you can do like this: http:// not uppercase, http:// 5000. There's a host name and local port number. Port number is equal to, oh, I made a mistake, I guess. Just only host name up to here. But host name, sorry, yeah, host name just like this. Port number and yeah, Mongo DB URL, local URL. So what is that? Mongo DB :/ 127.0.0.1:27017 / your database name. Database name is React Events Booking is my database name, and I also need JWT secret key to create the token. This is some key you can give. Just regularly give this one. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So let's start with server. Server, just very basic Express server. So constant Express is equal to require Express and constant um, app is equal to Express. You have to initialize. So constant dot env is equal to require dot env and constant what else? Constant mongoose require mongoose. Constant cars is equal to require cars. What else? um I think that's fine. Yeah, let's say configure. So just say app.use cars. Then so configure express to receive the form data. So let's say app.use let's say express.json JSON, just like that. Only JSON. Right, JSON kind of data will send from the form. Let's say configure dot env for environment variables. So dot env dot config, you can just provide the path. Generally we give the config folder and then config.env, but I just created just .env file directly, so you can give that also. So ./.env file name. Okay, ./ local location and .env is the file name. No name, just .env. You can make like this. Okay, so next the host name. Yeah, declare like this. So constant host name is equal to process.env dot what was that, local host name and constant port number. So process.env dot local port number. Why this is unresolved variable? Yeah, of course this variable not available here. That's fine, it work, no issue, because that variable declares some other location. Okay, yeah, fine. Let's say let's make a basic request. Let's say app.get request for empty slash Let's make an arrow function. I think Express library has not installed. Let me go to file settings, uh, where language and frameworks, JavaScript, libraries. There is nothing called Express.js. So download. What is this? यार ये क्या है? Okay, okay. It's minimized. Okay. Okay. Express. Yeah. How much? A B C D E E X. Somewhere here. Express. These many Express are there. Only Express. Yeah. Download. Uh, Installing. Okay. So just say apply and okay. Let's say, yeah, apply and okay. It's gone. Yeah. So let's say request and response. Okay. So let's say app dot, not app, response. Huh. Response dot send. Response dot send. I'll make the backtick. Um, what? Just say welcome to events booking app. Okay, this confirmation. And along with that, I have to connect to the MongoDB as well. Yeah, just say connect to MongoDB. Better you write somewhere before that. Yeah, connect to MongoDB. So how to connect? Mongoose dot connect dot then dot catch. Okay. So you have to provide the connection URL. Copy this. So URL will be process.env dot MongoDB URL, comma, some options. Use use find and modify is false, and use new URL password true. Use unified topology true. Anything else is here? Use nothing. Just leave it. Okay, and that's fine. Yeah. So you have to write a router configuration. Router configuration. Let's create in the router. I need two routers: user router, events router. This will come sometimes. Ignore. Uh, so new JavaScript. Let's say user router. Okay. So user router. Let's say constant express is equal to require express, and constant router is equal to express dot router. So let me export module dot exports is equal to router. It's correct only. Yeah, so same setup. I'll copy. I'll just create a new one, that is events router. Paste it. Okay, let me configure that in the server. So let's say app dot use for path slash API slash, was the path here. I change the color. Okay, if you want, you can change the color. But for me, it's just like background is this color. You can go to settings and style configurator. You can select some background color and enable this and apply. Okay, fine. So API users, API events. Okay, so API slash users. So require dot slash router slash user router. Okay, same way. This is events. This is events router. I guess that's fine. Yeah, let's lastly um, listen to port number. So app dot listen to the port number and the host name. Let's say one callback. So let's say console dot log of. Let's write a backtick. So here Express server is started at http colon slash slash the host name and colon the port number. Okay, done. So let me try this out. Okay, let me run the server and check. So I already configured the starting script in package.json. So I can just run npm start. So go to terminal in server location, just say npm start. Started. MongoDB is trying to connect. Can't be able to connect to MongoDB. I install no. Sorry. CMD Mongo is connected. Then here, anything wrong? Stop it. Mongo start connect process.env.url. Then I made some. I didn't do anything, right? Inside. Then catch. Then catch. Okay. Then means response. Oh, it's been connected, but I didn't get the anything. I got it. Response. Okay. See, colon T has come automatically. I did not. I have not written. Okay, because this is new WebStorm, so it just keep giving you options like options colon T, like, okay, just indicate that this content belongs to which parameter. Okay, like that. So just ignore. Don't write options colon by yourself. Okay. So console. I didn't write console.log. That's why it's not display. So connected to MongoDB successfully. Okay, if there is any error, just do a console dot error of error, and also let's stop the process. So process dot exit of one. You can stop the process if it is unable to connect. You know this, right? Yep. So let's start now one more time. Npm start. Yes, done. Okay, fine. So now let's focus on routers. Routers. What router? Was user router. Yeah, let's create a user router. So star slash. Yeah, content will be this here. I copy, paste it. Okay. So register a user and all. Let's make a router slash register, because up to users we have configured. So register you have to make just here, and one function. You get the, sorry, router dot what, method is not mentioned. Method is post. Okay, so router dot post. Okay, yeah. So request and response. This must be asynchronous. Let's say try catch. Okay, yeah. I just write a dummy response as of now. Just say response dot status. No status, just write JSON directly. JSON, just confirmation message, and then I'll write a logic message. Registration is here. Okay, fine. Um, okay, we will write the remaining logic later. Now let's copy this guy, paste it. I need for login. Let's simply copy the login in one, and this is login. Again, the method is post. Okay, so post request slash, I made a mistake. This is login. Okay, save it. Yeah, so this is login. Mm, this is login is here. Okay, that's fine. Only just registration and login. So let's move on to the next one. Let's copy the whole setup. Go to events router. I'll paste it. So usage events router, events router method post only. It's a private one. Yeah, post request upload. Let's say slash upload. So upload events is here. Okay, copy this. Let's make one for free events and pro events. So this guy is for free events, public access. So no fields, free events, public access. So I can just say method is get. This is get method. This is what free. Okay, so let's say free events is here, and I just copy the one, copy, paste it. So let's say get pro events. This is with pro and remaining and all same. Let's say get pro. This is just pro events. Okay, so we are done with the default router configuration. So let me design a workspace for testing the backend in Insomnia or Postman. So I prefer personally Insomnia. Insomnia. Come on. But Insomnia also we can change the colors, man. Background. I think I changed. It is black color. Ah, yes, black. Okay, you can create a workspace. Click on here. There are multiple workspaces. Which one I create? Uh, okay, create new workspace. I say React, something all caps. React events booking. Okay, just a create. Okay, events booking. I create two folders. One folder is for users. One second, I rename. One folder is for users and another folder for events. Okay. Okay. So in users, I create two requests. One is register a user, register a user. I'll just make a post request. So HTTP, we have a URL. Grab that. Yeah, this is the one copy. I paste it. Insomnia update. Wait. Yeah. So register, post request. Anything else? That's it. Send. Registration is here. Done. Next, duplicate this. Login a user. Create. So post request. Simply you have to say what login. Same logic. Post request. Send. Login. Done. Next to any events, I create a new request. Upload an event. It's a post. Create. Yeah. I got it. So path upload is this one. Copy, paste it, send it. Done. So let's copy. Let's duplicate. Uh, get pre-events. Create. So modify manually. Get path is free. Paste it. Send it. So free events. Let's duplicate for get pro events. Pro events create. Yeah, you can just say simply pro. Send pro events done. So default response is working. That's fine. So now let's focus on what I have to create a user registration and all. But before registration, I want to design the database because I want to store in the database. No, so database models and all not there, like table structure and all not there. Let's focus on that. So in models, I create one new what new JavaScript, just say capital user. Okay, so let's design the users table. Constant mongoose is equal to require mongoose and constant okay array here constant user schema is equal to new mongoose dot schema. You can define the schema means the structure of a table. So I need the fields, what fields as per the documentation, name, email, these many. Yeah, let's say name, this is of type capital string, this is MongoDB type, and required is it is required true, comma. So name, email string, I guess password string, is admin boolean, uh, what else, avatar image string only, lastly created date. So this is going to be the date, and it's not a required field. This default value you can provide, just say date dot now, and this guy not required. That's enough. Okay, so let's create a model. Constant user is equal to mongoose dot model user, and my user schema, let's say module dot exports is equal to user, just a user. Why it is showing like export not defined on the type module? Oh, okay, actually brought problem na. This module variable is taking from bcrypt.js. That's the problem. In bcrypt.js also module is there, but I need node.js module. How can I make it? Oh, actually, I think it'll work, but it's misleading. No, it is module is actually Node.js module. It'll work, man, but problem is warning is coming. Okay, just ignore. Only this WebStorm specific. WebStorm got some conflicts. Fine. So this is for user. Let's make the same setup. Simply I do one thing. Don't waste time. So copy this model. I create a new JavaScript. So let's say event. I'll just paste it. So this is event schema. This is event schema. This is event. This is capital event. This is also capital event. Done. So event contains what? Event contains name, image, date, type, price, name, image, date, price. Yeah, let's say name, image, date, normal string only, date, type, price, type string only, price you can make number, and information string, information string. Fine. Okay, that's fine. Mm, okay, so we are done with this models. Let's move on to user router. Let's focus on creating of a user, registration of a user. Yeah, for registration, actually you can also perform server-side form validation. You can also what? Okay, some noise is coming outside. One second, one second. Yeah, sorry. Some marriage celebrations are going on. Okay. So yeah. So let me register. Registration means first I can perform server-side form validation also. So how to use server-side form validation I show you. So constant something is equal to require. There is a special module express validator. I think first time we are doing it. Last time when we discussed Node.js, this is not there, I guess. Okay. So simple. There is a express validator, one third-party module. If you want official documentation, you can search for express validator. There is a website also, this one, express validator. Yeah, this is mostly for express.js server-side form validation. We use this, and they given a documentation also how to use and all, like body validation result, and you can check each field with some validation rules and condition and all. Yeah, I'll tell you the same story now. Okay, so here I need two variables actually. One is body and one is validation result. What is body is okay. So what is body is? Body is for um, to get the form data. Actually, for registration, three fields are there. Na? So if you want to receive the data and you have to validate on it, body property required, and validation result is to store the result, the validation result. It means if something validation fails, so it contains the information about the failing. So why it is failed and the information about it. So these two. So how to check the validation part is between these two variables, you can create one more parameter, an array. Inside, you can take this thing. So let's say body. So which property you check? I'll check the name property. So name, actually we do one round of client side validation. Client side validation, we'll just check the proper validation with the pattern and all, regular expression and all we'll do client side. But server side also, because if you don't provide a proper value, so it throws the error. Just to check the server side testing, I need the validation. Okay. So body name field dot not empty. If the field is empty, okay, so with message, so what type of error message you display if the field is empty? Okay, so actually validation is not empty validation, and if it is empty, what is the error message you display? This is something called name is required. I show you how it works practically with the insomnia without providing how it works and all. So I show you. Yeah, body name is required. Just I just apply only empty validation for all. You have multiple functions also, like email. There is something called is email, like that. But anyway, I'll do the proper validation client side, but this is just for you, for understanding purpose. Okay, how to perform server side, that's it. And for password, not empty, password is required. So email is required, name is required, password is required. Okay, if I don't send, what happens, I tell you. If I don't send, for example, I say response, wait, this is just to check the validation. Okay, and if any validation fails in between, that validation result can be stored in this variable. So how to catch that result is, let result, not result, I can just take errors is equal to validation results of request object, validation result of request object. And if any validation fails, if any validation fails happen inside, so this errors will contain some data. It means if no validation failed, this errors will be empty. If no validation, I mean everything is successful, errors will be empty array. Okay, if something went wrong in that any of the field, this contains some data. So you can check like this: if errors dot is empty, you can check errors is not empty. Not empty means which contains some problem. Okay, some errors is there. So if errors are there, I can return statement, just come out from the loop if there are some validation fails. So return response dot status, just say 401 unauthorized dot json. Let's make an object, errors will be errors dot array. All the errors is going to display. Okay, if nothing, if no errors, then I can write some response dot status of 200 dot json. So I make the message, um this is something called registration is success. Okay, let's check now. Let's check what type of errors comes, and when you get this message, I show you. If all are empty, I show you. So if we go to registration, here registration, you have to provide a form data, right? So how to provide form data? Click on body JSON, you provide form data, and what fields required. So it requires name, email, password, three fields required. I'm not going to send any field. If I click on send, what happened? You get the errors: name is required, email is required, password is required. This is our validation fails. Okay, I provide the name, I provide the name called Rajan. Only name I provide, I send. Now email is required, password is required. Okay, so I say email, so Rajan at gmail.com, send. Password is required. I write a mistake, tell me what is the mistake. Okay, I write a password something Rajan 123. I click on send, what happens? You have to get registration success, right? I send, it says again password is required. Tell me why? Because I given a capital P, but what is made lowercase p. So completely case sensitive. This is not there. It is looking for lowercase password, that is not there. So this type of issues people will make. Don't make that. It must be exactly same property, because the object, right? Object property should be there. If not like this, it throws error. Yeah. So name, email, password exactly I provided with case sensitive. Now registration success. Okay, not actually success. This only dummy response it is. Yeah, this how you check the validations server side. Yeah, fine. This is coming. Okay, so here I have to register a user to database. I have to register a user to database. Any disturbance is coming? because some sounds outside.
No, nothing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so name, email, password is done. Yeah. So first of all, I have to register them. So I need to load the users table. So constant user is equal to require you not user dot slash models slash user table. Okay. So here, um, what to do? You can have to check a lot of things actually. Before I register a user, I have to check if already user got exist or not. And one more thing we miss in user.js email, you can take it as unique. Unique is true. Okay, so email must be unique. Okay, no two-person should have a same email ID. Of course, ID will be unique, but I want to make email also unique. Okay, so yeah, in here, um, okay, so there are multiple conditions you have to check. So check if user already exists or not. If not exists, then you create a user. Otherwise, you just written the statement that user already exists with the same email ID. Once that is done, you just get the uh, encrypt the password. Disencrypt the password because the same password you can't store. You have to encrypt. And also, I need avatar avatar URL because for the particular email ID because I want to display ये जो है ना not this one. Array, no, this one. I have to get the person image URL. So avatar required. Then if everything is done, then save to DB. These things you have to check. Yeah, check if user already exists. How I check? With email ID I check. So let user is equal to await user dot find one with the condition is email. You can't check with an ID because before registration you can't get the ID. After registration only you get the ID. So you check with the email because email is unique, no? So email. But how you get the form data? Oh, I have to get the form data first. So let something is equal to request dot body. Request dot body you receive. See request dot body means to get this entire form is the request dot body. In that name, email, password I want. I use the destructuring concept. This is coming always. Yeah, I use destructuring concept. So name, email, and password. Okay. So name, email, and password is equal to request dot body. Okay. So name, email, password I'll get from the form. Name, email, password. Fine. And then so here you get the email. Directly you substitute the email. Okay. If user is already exist, right? If user is there, then what you say? You just say return statement, return because you have to stop the process from there itself, from that line itself. Execution stops. Return statement, come out from the loop. So return response dot status 401 unauthorized. Let's say JSON. You can provide some error message. Just say errors. You can take like errors an array because why I'm taking array is see here we have taken errors is errors with an array, right? The same format I use here, errors array. In that an object messages user is already exists, user already exists. Okay, fine. If not, it'll come out to the next line because the return statement is there na. If there, it just come out from the loop. If not there, then come to the next line. Next what? Encrypt the password. So let oh, I didn't import them. Yeah, let's say constant bcrypt is equal to require bcrypt.js. I also need constant gravatar is equal to require gravatar and the constant JWT is equal to require JSON web token. Okay, so here encrypt the password. I just say let salt is equal to await. I use asynchronous code. Previously we used to write bcrypt dot salt sync. Now asynchronous, so just say await mm, bcrypt dot gen. Oh, gen is not working. I think library is not there. Go to settings, download. Dude, why this is so smaller? You have to search for bcrypt, no? A B B C B A B C bcrypt JS. Download, apply. Okay. Yeah. So you just say now gen salt of 10 rounds, and let not let. I just assign the same password. You can write like this. Let hash password is equal to await bcrypt dot uh, what hash, not synchronous, just hash the my password and the salt. Okay, so if you provide the password and salt, you get the hash password, but that hash password you can assign to password. Instead, I do one thing. I can directly say password is equal to this one. So what is that? The password value is equal to the hash value of existing password and value. So password will become hash code, hashed password. Okay, next step. Why to create extra variable? I just assigned the same variable because I want that only. Yep. Next, avatar URL. So let's, what was the name over there? Avatar. Okay. So let's, avatar is equal to, it is what? Gravatar dot URL, my email and objects. You have to provide some options. So S, one second, S means size 200, R rating, just say PG, global rating. They given some ratings. You can see official documentation node.js.org regarding data. Yeah, default image just Okay, you get avatar. That's fine. So I got everything. I guess something is missing. Name, email, password, admin. Admin is not there. Oh, if you register by default, you're not an admin. So let it is admin is equal to false I take, because by default no one is admin by registration. So DBA has to change your admin logins. Actually, when you register, right, everyone will be by default admin false only. Your database administrator has to log in through backend. He will change that false to true. Then you will give, then you get the admin privilege. Okay, so that way by default false. You go to database manually and change, it become true. Okay, now yeah, it's done. Let's create. So let already user is there, na? Yeah, already user is there. Let's say user is equal to new user provided with all fields. What fields? Name of the name, email, password, avatar is admin. So these many fields required to create a user. Okay, then let's say user is equal to await user dot save. Save function is to insert the record. Okay, done. So once that is successful, I just written the message registration is success, because this message I want to see on my client side. Once registration successful, I want to see this message as an alert box on my React application. So I just make this message. Fine. And any error, you can just say console dot error of error, and also response dot status 500 dot JSON. Yeah, you make the errors like this format, because all errors I need this format. Errors with something. Yeah, let's make an object. Errors will be an array. In that messages, let's say error dot message. Done. Something wrong? I guess it's an object. Okay. So fine. This is about registration logic. Let's check. Go back here. I already done everything. No name, email, password. Only these three you have to provide. Click on send registration success. But check what data has been created. Open MongoDB Compass. Come on. Okay. So connect. Yeah, we have what database? React events booking. Yeah, is there. Refresh. Just created. Okay. In that users table on users. Yeah, it's inserted. So name, email, password, avatar URL, admin false, right? So everything is fine. Oh, let me log in with my email ID and check am I get the URL with the image or not. That's very important, right? Let's say my name. I just say Naveen, or I'll say this a previous one, Naveen GGAM, the Naveen Sagam at gmail.com. Let's say some dummy password. Password doesn't matter. 1 2 3. Okay, and click on email ID correct. Yeah, register successful. Refresh. You got it. And can I grab this? Copy. Let's go and paste it. Yes, I got my picture. That's fine. It's working. I have to check that Gravatar is working or not. Yeah, it's working. Okay, that's fine. So registration is successful, and let's make the login. Okay, so how a person can log in? Again, you have to validate the form. Only two fields, email and password. So I'll just make an array with comma. Yeah, here I'll check only email and password for validation. Copy. You can make them here, email and password. Okay, and you get the validations result same like here. You get the validation result. Copy validation result here. Okay, and that's fine. This is just errors to find out the form validation logic. And in the try, I have to get the form data. So let something is equal to request dot body. You get the form data. What is that something? Is just two things, email and password. Email and password. Okay, so here also you have to do a lot of things. What things you have to do? One thing, uh, email is correct or not, password is correct or not. Okay, so let's say is user. Okay, check if user exists. Okay, I say let user is equal to, again I write await user dot find one with email value is my email. Okay, I'm just checking with that email id, with the given email id, is there any user? Okay, any user contain the email id or not? This say the provide email id. If the email sorry, the user is if user is not there, because I have to display errors, no? Okay, the full of disturbances there. Okay, let's stop here because they put some DJ and all outside, so it disturbed the video forever. So let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue, because I don't want to proceed because I'm getting some more sounds, but maybe you, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. So let's meet tomorrow. Right, Shri.
Naveen, one
Ah,
second.
ah,
Can you share any sample resume which includes the projects which we are doing now?
sample resume. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll share. I'll keep
sure.
in the drive. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, and let's meet tomorrow. Thank you. And yeah, I think you have seen the message in Telegram, right? So one person has got 6.5 lakhs package. Good package, man. Okay, so don't lose your hope. So keep practice. Simple, man. Just come to the class regularly. Practice all these examples. I told, right, blindly you can keep 3+ experience on that. And that too, which batch it is, the morning batch. I missed some concepts, and people has escalate that in the group. Yeah, that batch only. Okay, fine. Okay. So anyway, don't worry. You will also get a job, but takes time. Yeah. Okay, fine. So that's fine, and let's meet tomorrow. Right. Thank you.